Welcome back to Rabid Noise. Joining me on the program now is the one and only Rex Brown from Kill Devil Hill. Welcome to the show, man.
Hello, how are you, Nev, and all you listeners out there?
Well, man, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us today. You've been to Australia countless number of times in the past, and you're going to be heading down here next month with Kill Devil Hill. What are you looking forward to the most about getting back down here?
I hadn't been, and I think the last time we were there was playing with Heaven and Hell. Kind of ironic that I'm coming down there. Man, I hadn't been there in a while, and I got a call and said, "You'd like to come to Australia?" And we said, "Sure." And then they said, "Well, Kill Switch Engage." And I said, "Of course." So, hey, just bringing the music, to the fans down there, man. I hear we got a pretty good, strong reaction, so let's see what happens. We're just going to it's going to be loud, and, won't be any lasers shooting on anybody's asses or anything, but it's just good fucking rock and roll, man. I'm tired of these sub-genres of whatever that you're supposed to fit in. It's Kill Devil Hill's just an ass-kicking band, man. That's all there is to it.
And that's what I like about you guys. It's just straight up, in your face, heavy. It's just straight up rock and roll.
Yeah, I mean, why bells and whistles and bed tracks and all that kind of crap that bands are doing. And hey, if that makes them happy, good. It doesn't make us happy at all. What we try to do is just bring, your strengths and weaknesses of everybody in the band and put them all together, throw it against the wall and see what the best songs you can bring into and put them on a record and go. So, we had a little replacement there in Johnny Kelly, and he's brought a new perspective into this band, and it's really, really thumping, man. I mean, it's really thumping.
You've had an amazing career and have released some memorable albums with, Pantera, Down, and now, of course, Kill Devil Hill. What was it about the guys in Kill Devil Hill that inspired you to start jamming with them?
It basically started with Vinny had contacted me, and I was doing something. It just come out of Down. I was having some health problems. I had my pancreas had shot from fucking drinking for all those years, and so basically he said, "Would you like to play on these songs?" So I played on them, and there were no vocals to them, and played on them. I thought, yeah, these are pretty cool, and they were still in the real demo mode, and so we were at one of the NAMM conventions, which is down in Southern California, 1st of January, and so he said, "Why don't you come in and we'll play some of these songs that you know already, and just teach some new ones." And now it was actually the first time I'd come in and heard Dewey and met Dewey, and I heard a lot about him, and it just the whole when I just plugged in and everything just happened, man. It just the hearing Dewey sing was just brought hairs on the back of my neck. And just about that time that was happening, my amp blew up. That's it, because we were playing loud, And it was just one of those things. Shit, that's exactly what happened. But and from there we just kicked it into gear, and we just been writing songs and trying to tour. But Vinny's scheduling is he's got a lot of stuff on his plate, man, and he just doesn't want to be away from home very often. So we just had to, we replaced him with Johnny Kelly, which is just fucking believable, Here comes somebody in that just nails it, and brings in the new thump, man. It's just great. It's awesome. I'm not doing it for the money. I don't need it. This is just for a pure passion of playing, man, and playing in front of fans. That's all there is to it.
Man, that is so good to hear, especially, you've been in the game for so long. And to find a bunch of dudes that you can jam with and get that feeling, even after so many years, that passion, hearing that passion is still there.
It's amazing. I swear to God, I feel 10 years younger. It's just brought back that hunger of maybe, say, back in the Pantera days when we were struggling to put ourselves on the map. Regardless of me being I don't want to rest on those laurels. This is not Pantera. This is its own identity, its own sound, its own, it'd be so easy for me to go and get a Pantera, want to sound like the band. I just don't want to do that. This is, I've got some really great cats that just, hey, look, their numbers didn't get picked, but they've been in the trenches. They've been slugging it out for all these years. Just like, hey, regardless if you're in a big band or not, you're still, the everyday Spinal Tap moments fucking come in. You still have to deal with those. And cast of characters I have in this band are just, they're great songwriters. What else could you ask for? With the adversity of everything else that comes. But it's all about playing music, and that's all we want to do. And if that's your common denominator, then it's not a struggle. It's just how you can get it out there to reach as many people as you can possible, and that's our goal. If you don't have the record, go and steal it. I don't care. It's just about playing. I know my record company guy's going to jump up and down my ass about that one, but really, at this point, it's just about getting the music across. Because people, I think after they see us live, will go and want to have this in their collection. It's kick-ass fucking rock and roll. And that's the only way I could put it. I don't want to put in, it's just this. Metal this and metal that or whatever. Man, it's just when it comes down to it, it's all from rock and roll, dude. It all comes from somewhere. Go check your older sister's record collection. You know what I'm saying? Man,
I got to say, you're saying, get it any way you can, but I have to say both of the albums are worth going out and buying. So many albums come and go, but man, I have to say, like, both the albums are solid.
Thank you so much, man. You're gonna hear. We're gonna play. Probably half and half when we get down there. Just depending on, shit, we might get down there and change it. You never know. We go by feel sometimes. Sometimes we'll go, man, let's still play something else, and we'll just call it right in the middle of the set, which is kind of cool because you're not, you're just kind of feeding off the crowd, and that's the type of band we are. We don't want to get up there and be this preconceived, we got to be, something that, we just get up and jam, that's it, something in click and we'll throw something in. And look, we've got 2 records to do it with, which is nice having that. And now finally be able to tour is even better, just makes it a lot easier. You have a little bit more diversity instead of just playing one record all the way through.
But see, you can mix it up, ride the wave of the crowd, what they're feeling, and
absolutely, that's what we do.
That's awesome, man. Well, I read your book a couple of months ago, and I really found it was really well written and probably one of the best autobiographies I have read. You've probably got hundreds of stories to tell. Can we expect a follow-up to that book?
It's been talked about. I'm trying to look. Right now, getting Killed Over Hill on the map is my major focus. That book was written even before I joined the band. So, a lot of the parts were, it was a 3-year progress. How do you put your whole life into 300 pages? It just can't be done. So, yes, at a certain point, there will be a follow-up to it. Now, what do I talk about? There's still a lot of stories over on the cutting room floor, that didn't make it to the book, and it's all hilarious shit. So, who knows? Maybe just tell some more enlightening tales of all, just everything I've done in this crazy life I've had, which has been very enjoyable, to say the least. It's had its ups and downs, but hadn't everybody, I'm just a regular cat. I get up, put my pants on the same way you do, and, take a shit and grab a cup of coffee. That's all there is to it. So we just get on the road,
Well, I really hope you do write a follow-up to the book, Rex Strikes Back or something like that. It's, yeah.
Right. Hey, that's great. I love that. I'm going to write that down. That'll work.
It sounds
back. All right.
That'd be so cool, man. Well, you released your second album, Revolution Rise, last year. How do you feel that the band has progressed with the songwriting this time around compared to the first album?
I think with the first one we had a deadline where we had to go in and just put these songs down within 35 days and get it mixed and done. And with this one, we had a lot more freedom to, we went and did them in spurts. We did like 3 songs here, 4 here, 4, 3. And it gave us more time to kind of look at, like, say, song number 5. Okay, what is the record needing here? What's going to work? Maybe let's look at the live situation. What song do we need? Do we need a shuffle here? Do we, what does it need? And it was, we took our time on this one. basically because we had to. We were kind of scheduled. The scheduling was kind of weird. Vinny was off doing other things, and then we had Jeff Tilson who produced the record. He plays a foreigner, and so in hindsight, it was great being able to do that. But in that time, I think we could have got a lot of stuff done quicker. But you know what? It is what it is. But I think with this one, it's just bolder. I think it's more to the point of where the first one started. You have to build a little broader base, on what you do on the second one. I think that we did that with keeping the heaviness, but going ahead and sticking some more melody in there. And then, right now, we have tons of material that's in the can that we work on. Mark and I send riffs to each other all the time. So there's a wealth of material still there to be recorded. We just have to, this whole year is going to be nothing but touring. We have to get out and tour. And now that we have the chance to do that, that is our major intent. So it's just, and having Johnny come in the band like he has is it's been fucking brilliant. He just brings in all kinds of new ideas that maybe we wouldn't have seen because he's a fan of these records before I even called him. You know what I mean? So it's good to have that kind of new fresh breath of someone else's opinion that's going to be there, and it's really cool, man. I mean, it's like look, new chapter. Let's get on down the road and let's go take this to the masses.
Man, I'm stoked for you. It's like Kill Devil Hill. It's not everyone gets that to start a new band after a long career and get out there and start again.
Yeah, you kind of got to reinvent yourself a little in the fashion. You have to get. Look, I played in. This is my third band that I call solid. It's just part of your musical journey, and you always want to. How do you top something? You just try to do your best that you can, and with these guys, it just comes naturally. It's nothing contrived or anything like that. It's just it's just where I'm at musically right now, and it's where I want to be for a long time. I mean, this is something that 6 months, a year down the road from here, I can just sit back and laugh at. It's that. It's brought back that hunger again, and a lot of musicians kind of lose that after a while. And with me, I've got to be out there jamming, man. That's all there is to it. Just the interaction with the fans. Like I said, it's like jumping off a cliff. Not knowing when you can pull that parachute or not. So that's what it is to me. It's just that interaction with the fans, and we've got the goods to back it up. So I'm very confident in coming down to Australia and getting everybody a good solid finale with them.
Oh man, it's going to be an absolute blast. So what's next for you guys after the tour? Is it album number 3?
No, we've just now started we did a little run when the record came out. Vinny only wanted to tour for 4 weeks. That being said, we had to move on. He had a lot of other stuff on his plate, and now we have Johnny. We have to tour. We have to get out there and play in front of people, and so from here we'll go to Australia, come down under, and then we start in May with the band. We're co-headlining a run with a band called King. I don't know if you've heard of them. Killer, man. Good friends of mine, been wearing slinging their flag for a couple of years. Just really good friends with them, and then from there we go to Europe with Download and a bunch of festivals, and then we come back in the summertime, and I'm not sure what we're doing there, but in the fall we're also touring. So yeah, man, I've got a full year ahead of me, and looking forward to it. This is something that I've been wanting to do here for the last year and a half of this band, but just couldn't do it, and so now I can. So now, here we go, man. I am more than stoked.
Hell yeah, man. That's really awesome. I wish you the best of luck of going out there and just slaying them everywhere, Do you still get up to the old shenanigans that you used to in your younger days?
Oh, no. The old Pancreas doesn't take the booze well at all. In fact, I don't drink it all anymore, but there's other ways to have fun. There you go, man. Just dude, rock and roll. That's what it's all about. It's not about some sex and drugs and all that shit. That's all made up into myth books from fucking Rolling Stones. Read a Rolling Stone book. no, it's just about coming out and playing, and that's good enough for me.
That's all you need is a bit of metal, and the music takes care of the rest. Is that right?
Absolutely. That's it. That's all it's ever been for me.
Awesome, man. Well, we're going to go to the track Crown of Thorns now from Revolution Rise. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight, awesome. Rex, and we'll see you in Brisbane on April 11 at Eaton's Hill.
Yes, sir. We'll be down there, man. I can't wait to see you in Brisbane. Well, all you listeners, get your ass out there early. We'll see you. Take care now.